Penix working from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, Penix. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. Able to hit Robinson. Complete. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Algier running behind center. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second. Too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but their first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Henry. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Ravens don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. To make up for that now in this series. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Penix now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Penix now. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And the Ravens will go on offense. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Another run for Henry. Another big rip for him. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He'll cobble together a yard there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Penix. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up. To the air with Penix. Chased out to his right, and they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They go play fake with Jackson. Buying some time right. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finds a man right side. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On your 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he knocks that one away to prevent a big gain. Now all eyes go to the penalty marker to see who it's against.
Downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Jackson off the play action. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Penix to throw. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Penix looking to pass. He's on the move. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. The game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Lamar out of the pistol. Caught for big yards on the right side. Hits the 20. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 20-zip lead. Zay Flowers the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens push their lead to 21-zip already. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Penix now on 1st down. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10 are under Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Throwing Penix. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. He takes it himself. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Play fake, Jackson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Lamar off the play fake. He's trying another one deep. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Robinson on the inside give. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for second down. Another carry for Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Penix on first down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Pinion on now to send this away. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Early on, it's not his work passing the football we're talking about. It is what he's been able to do as a runner that has this place buzzing.
Yeah, years ago, Kate, taking what the defense gives you means checking it down, but not anymore. Not with the QBs of today. He's showing you the prowess he has with his legs as well.
Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
He can run it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field, and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens blowing them out now, 34-zip. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McCloud now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this has turned into a blowout very early, Brock, but still plenty of time left if they can start to put things together here. Here's a give to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Pass play now. Finds his target, Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Bradley Pinion brought on now for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
5-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Jackson. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
He fires one deep. That's caught at the 25. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens threatening to run away with it already. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McCloud now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll run it with Bijan. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now the give for Bijan. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 13. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. Good blocking on the return. He gets 23 out of it. And they're going to take over possession. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Searches from the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Second and 10 now. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. That's the end. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Running once more with Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Trying down the middle with Henry. Nice run across the 15. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens making this a laugher before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tack on 7 more to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense ready to get going again now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Bronk. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. Second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, Penix escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Penix now. Pitts brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Penix here from the gun. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Penix looking to pass. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The home team send Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now it's Lamar. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Lamar back to throw. He calls his own number again. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's on the move. Now here he goes again. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens continue dominating in our opening half. Tucker adds the PAT, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense getting set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. He put some juice on. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with a touchdown.
Falcons 10. Bradley Pinion.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The home teams returning their offense in this running back to the field. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens running away with it in the 2nd quarter. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for 1 play last drive, and they found the end zone. On 1st down, here's Penix. That's brought in by Mooney. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Penix. Stays in the pocket. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Fields this one at the 3. And found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year. The big gain downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens Falcons ballooning the first half lead even further. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Penix now to throw. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going right side, Robinson with it. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Penix to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Back deep is Sims. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. The offense being led back out by its quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, here's Lamar. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This play goes for 36. And that gives them 1st and goal. It's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. 4 yards on the pickup. They need another 4. 3rd and goal coming up. Henry. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run, so now a decision to make on 4th and goal from the 4. Bullock's kick is good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Penix. Pitts brings it in. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 3rd down, it's Penix. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down. Bradley Pinion on down to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boot so far, and here's another quality effort. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. He can run it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Oh, he's going for it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now Jackson. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it again. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Escapes out to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making this a laugher before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. Penix now on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Pitts. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Man in motion out of the slot. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hit behind the line and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A run here with Robinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a first. Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now the give for Bijan. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Staying with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense.
A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Falcons with the football. Penix on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue to see.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Kate, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Go! Another try following the sack. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, punted away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition, because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... He's got it inside the 10! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Penix on 1st down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks for...
Okay, I guess none of you were in band or color guard in halftime. That's fine. We can skip over the halftime performances, though I was looking forward to them. The second half, let's get it underway. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And you want to see your back in triple digits every game if you can. He's gotten there in this one. He's been seeing the field very well as a runner.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side, tracking down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Penix here from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bijan. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Penix now. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Penix. He's on the move. He takes it. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The drive begins with Henry. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Jackson. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Headed out right. Now here he goes again. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Blitz coming, Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. Taking off with it again. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead off the turnover. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
A toss now to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
This offense running out for a new series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right, and they pick him off again. That's Justin Simmons.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
There he goes again. To the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens trying to end this before the final quarter. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They go play action. Here's Penix. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he knocks that one away to prevent a big gain. Now all eyes go to the penalty marker to see who it's against.
Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Here we go, here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. All right, here we go. Second down. Penix. That's brought in by Mooney. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, here's Penix. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Penix. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense set for a first and 10. An option give to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Space to the left. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Penix to throw. Touchdown, Atlanta! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lamar. He rolls to his right. He can run it. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Oh, he's going for it again. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's brought down after a decent gain. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Tucker adds the PAT, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for Robinson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Ball at the 33 for first down. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. A lot of mess on the move here. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Penix now to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Robinson. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Falcons still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut into the lead by another point. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardy on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Second and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Flush down out to his left. Took off with it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Another score for him this game. Tucker adds the PAT. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Oh no, he lost control of another one! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And that drive, Brock, I'm calling that the 2-2-2. 2 plays, 2 sacks for the defense, and 2 points for him as well, thanks to that safety.
You kind of felt it building, right? That's what happens with defenses. They can feel and sense, and they get that momentum. They get the first takedown, they come right back and get that second. Now it's imperative this offense responds because you've infused that defense with a bunch of momentum.
Completed to Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens trying to end this before the final quarter. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Penix now on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Penix here from the gun. They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. And Definitely a rare moment we just witnessed here, Brock. That is their second safety of this game. This defense is showing out.
Capitalizing on any and every opportunity they get. I'll tell you what, a lot of crazy things enter my mind during a football game, watching and analyzing. But two safeties, never seen it coming. You ever been in a game with two safeties, Kate?
No, I was ripping through the memory bank, too, and I can't think of one.
Yeah, kudos to this defense to make it happen not once, but twice.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Looking. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. And it's one of the records that's always there lurking in the back of your mind whenever a QB's having a really good game, right, partner? And we're just fortunate that we were here to find up to the races, middle of the field. Again, he's got room. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a 3rd down. Here's Penix. They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. All right, everybody, think of how rare it is to get one safety in a game. Now imagine doing that 3 separate times, all in the same contest.
Remember those Rams in 1984 when I was 8? That was the last time it's happened. Now twice in league history. Maybe not the way this defense had hoped or expected to make history, Kate, but I'm sure they'll take it.
You don't want to know how old I was in 84, but certainly something that they can tell their kids and grandkids about down the line,
Open that record book up, Kate, and we're here. We're a part of it. These fans are part of it. The coaches are part of it, but more than anything else, these players, they'll remember this day forever.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. He calls his own number again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. Penix on first down. Wow, it's free again! And this is picked up by the Ravens! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown! The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Tucker adds the PAT, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Their offense ready to take the field now. Penix now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Penix looking to pass. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he gets it away from his end zone. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Ravens more than happy to take over in enemy territory. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense headed back to the field. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. To the air with Penix. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Penix finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Penix. Wow, wide open here, complete. Here he goes again. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons take 7 points off the deficit. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardy on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The home teams send Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And the type of game that he has been putting together, wow, we're going to see some of these highlights now. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Lamar back to throw. Forced out to his right. Taken off with it again. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Lamar. Here's a deep shot towards the end. They connect on the deep shot. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Here's Penix to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Bijan Robinson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Penix working from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Penix now to throw. And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some
drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Here's Jackson to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
You know, third and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good. Baltimore Ravens.
From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes again.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Jackson to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. Tucker's kick is up and good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time. Wow, it's free again! And this is picked up by the Ravens! Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A 5th rushing score for him as he moves 1 away from the NFL record. Tucker adds the PAT. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack.
Penix here from the gun. Wow, it's free again! Oh, he gets it back.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still...
Wow, it's free again! And the defender's on it! This is a touchdown! The Ravens are running them out of the building! Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. McCloud now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Again he's under pressure and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from the gun here. He just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. Brock, I know you're a big fan of referencing baseball. Well, I believe that was 3 sacks, and they're out. Or in this case, get off the field following that safety.
No, that's a good call right there. You want baseball, Kate? I'll give you baseball. You know what that was? That was the equivalent of an immaculate inning in baseball. 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts, you're out. Back-to-back-to-back sacks. That's immaculate. And I don't think we'll see it again in this game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying down the middle with Henry. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 27. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Another score for him this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McCloud now returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. Got a man. Robinson has it. Space past the 35. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Yet again, and that one is caught. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons cut into the lead by another point. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Hardy on the return. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. First and 10. Here's Jackson. He's on the move. He takes it himself. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Buying some time right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass,
and they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. To the air with Penix. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punting unit out now. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Has it at the 37. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. This certainly is going to help field position. 26 on the run back. And they're going to be set up in great position to begin their drive. Rolling out to his left. Now here he goes. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Ravens running them out of the building. Tucker adds the PAT. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix. Running right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go, set.
Penix on 1st down. Forced out to his right. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Escapes the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Penix looking to pass. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. They'll take it from the 1. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The home team sends Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Lamar back to throw. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going for it again. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Falcons hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And again, it's Penix. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Penix now on 1st down. It's on the turf, falls out, he lost it. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. From the 32. He's got it. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. Unfortunately for them, it was a touchback.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. Took off with it again. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Another score for him this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Searches. And they're all over him. He goes down. A flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it, too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing Penix. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And there's our lasting image of this game. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. At the 20. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to...